Greetings to all! Welcome to Tahiti Monday. I am Shenanigans, and in this series of This Is How I Do It, I am going over Hearthstone's
Blackrock Mountain, a Hearthstone adventure!
This video will be about Vaelastrasz in the Blackwing Lair.
See how easily I can corrupt even this giant red dragon.
Vaelastrasz has 30 health and 15 armor. For 0 mana, both players draw 3 cards, and Vaelastrasz gains an additional mana crystal. Wait, draws 3 cards? Oh, you know what time it is. It's time for Murlocs. As I said, it's time for Murlocs. So, for our Murlocs, we have Grimscale Oracle, Murloc Raider, Murloc Tidecaller, Bluegill Warrior, Murloc Tidehunter, Puddlestomper, Coldlight Seer, Murloc Warleader, and old Murk-Eye. You do not need Coldlight Oracle, you're already drawing enough cards. Then we have Haunted Creeper and Knife Juggler just to flush out the minions and deal a little extra damage. And finally we have some spells. We have Innervate to play even more minions early on. We have Naturalize to get rid of anything big and scary and to overdraw Vaelastrasz. We have Hungry Crab, which will not be used on our own minions. I'll be getting into that later. And then we have the good old finishers, Power of the Wild and Savage Roar. The deck's real straightforward and the games are quick, so let's get right into it.
Furion versus Vaelastrasz!
Before I lose control.
I must protect the wild.
All you want in your starting hand are 1-cost cards. Even better, an Innervator too, but you only want 1-cost cards. You'll be overdrawing cards by turn 3, so you need to dump as many minions as possible. Also, pay attention to the order in which you play your minions. Tidecaller should always be played first, as he gets 1 attack for each Murloc played afterwards. Same goes for Knife Juggler. Also, be sure to maximize your mana spending. If you can play 2 minions on turn 3 instead of 1, do so. If you have 4 mana, go for 2 2-cost minions rather than a 3-cost minion and a 1-cost minion. You'll want your odd-cost cards for the turns with odd mana crystals. Don't be afraid to play an early Naturalize either. As I said, the games won't last long anyway. If Vaelastrasz plays gang up on something scary like Clockwork Giant, do not be dismayed. He'll likely lose them to overdraw anyway. Besides, if you get a Naturalize, it's all good. The priority is dumping out those minions and keeping your board full. If Vaelastrasz clears your board too many times, you will have to start over, but that's alright, the games are quick. While we're at it, let's talk about Hungry Crab. It is not to be used on your minions. You want to save it for when Vaelastrasz plays gang up on one of your Murlocs and then plays it. You need to move fast, so killing off one of your own minions for 2 more damage is certainly not worth it, especially since we have cards like Power of the Wild and Savage Roar, which will give us much more damage output if we have more minions on the board. There really is no mid-game in this matchup unless you get into an unusually drawn-out match, but you'll likely get a fast win. Vaelastrasz will be too busy fooling around with spells to be able to do more damage than you, so go straight to his face. Don't waste any time attacking his minions no matter how scary they are. Besides, if you are getting overwhelmed by his minions, you probably need to start over anyway. Cast your Powers of the Wild to avoid losing minions to arcane missiles and other similar spells, and then use Savage Roar for the killing blow. It really is that straightforward and simple. And that is how I did it, Vaelastrasz of the Blackwing Lair. I hope this guide has been helpful in showing you the path to victory. Have fun making your own variations on this deck, or use different characters to make a similar, maybe even more powerful version than mine. Some other decks you could try are a low-cost mage deck, specializing in the cheaper spells and minions that all work together. Throw in some big finishers if you have to, and take Vaelastrasz out in a conventional manner. Or try a Paladin Zoo deck, replacing the normal card draw for even more zooey minions. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more of the Blackwing Lair.
I'm out of cards. the wilds. Ha! You've killed one of the good guys. Does this make you sad?